What's up, everyone? My name is Sadiq, and I'm a seven-figure Amazon seller. I've been selling on Amazon for a little under 2 years now, and in this video, I'm going to give you a full walkthrough of Keepa and all the things I take into account when making buying decisions for my store. So let's get right into it. I'm going to share my screen. There we go. We'll pop open the Amazon tab. In this example, I'm just going to show you guys some basic black Nike shorts. We're going to scroll down below the product listing, and we have this extension called Keepa. If you're brand new and you don't know what Keepa is just a software that gives you a bunch of analytics and information that you need to make good buying decisions for your store. And if you're a beginner seller and you already have Keepa, and you're not sure if you want the paid or free version, definitely get the paid version. You'll get way more data points, and it's going to help you make even better buying decisions. Right. So on the right here, I have all my toggles turned off. I'm going to turn them on, and I'm going to explain what each of them do. So if we start with the first one, sales rank. Sales rank is basically just how fast is a product selling. So the lower it is and the closer it is to 1, the quicker it's going to move, right? So this listing right here, you can see it peaks at around 3-4K, comes down to 1K. A good benchmark for any beginner seller is just stay under the 100K range. You want quick moving products. You want the proof of concept. You want your items moving. You don't want any stale inventory. Just stick to under 100K. That's what I did for my first year, and that's what I recommend as well to all new sellers. So yeah, definitely look at that. And then SellerAmp also gives you that as well. Next would be the buy box. Buy box is this pink line right here. You'll probably hear me reference the buy box a lot, or maybe some of your buddies or other creators as well. Buy box is just this box right here, literally box right here. It just tells you what the price is selling, what this item is selling for, at what price, who is selling it. And if I hit that buy now button right now for a medium of these black shorts, it just means that seller, this guy right here, would get the sale at 26.07. So that's all the buy box is. It's just who's in the rotation right now to get a sale. So moving down here, and the more stable and the straighter this line is, the better, because you want to be able to buy something that's profitable today and for it to be profitable in a few weeks from now when it's actually at Amazon selling. So the straighter this line is, the more accurately you're going to be able to predict what that item is going to sell for in the coming weeks. So that's buy box. Next is the new. I normally just have this toggled on. It's just the newest price from a third-party seller. You can have it on. I don't look at it too much. We'll scroll down here. We have the second box right here. It's pretty similar to the sales rank. You can check on all these sales rank toggles, but I normally don't. I just toggle on the monthly sold, which is brand new. It was added a few months ago. It just tells you how much is a variation selling per month. So this variation we're looking at here is mediums. So it's estimating the medium sells 1,000 times a month. I don't think it's incredibly accurate. I find myself selling a lot more products than what the monthly sold is estimating. But it definitely does not hurt to look at. It definitely helps if an item is selling in volume or not. So yeah, you can look at it if you want. I take it into consideration a little bit, but not a ton. The way I decide how much I'm going to buy is in this next box, in the third box right here. We have the new offer count, which in my opinion is probably the most important one here. It basically just tells you how many sellers are on the listing and if people are going in and out of stock. So this one, you clearly see a ton of movement here, right? It goes up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down over the past 3 months, right? So we see the offer count all the way up to 15 here. It goes down to 8. People are selling out. People are replenishing because they know this product sells. It goes up to 13, then back down to 7, right? So the more movement you can see in this third box, this purple line in the third box right here, the better off you're going to be, because that product is clearly moving fast if people are constantly going in and out of stock. And the more fluctuation you can see, the better. So another example I have pulled up for you guys already is just this normal Thrive Cosmetics product. And then you can see there's a ton of movement here. And this product's clearly selling as well. And again, if we reference this yellow line in the monthly sold, it's estimating it sells 700 times a month, which makes perfect sense of why this is moving so much in the offer count. And then an example of something that's not as great is these Bombas socks. It still sells 50 to 200 times a month, sorry. And it's definitely moving and it's definitely selling 100%, but it's not selling and it's not moving as quickly as these guys right here. Right. So then we can also toggle on a review count and ratings and review count. It's just helpful. It's a decent metric to look at when you're trying to determine if a product's selling or not. If we look at the very beginning around April, This product had 7,600 reviews roughly, and then over time, over the next few months or so, it got all the way up to 7,900. So that's a ton of reviews in a short amount of time. So you clearly know that product is selling, and that's another helpful data point to look at. I definitely take into consideration when making buying decisions. That's it for the price history tab. The next tab we're going to look at is track products. Track products is a little interesting. There's two ways to really use it. The first way is if you're doing Amazon flips, otherwise known as A-to-A flips. If you're a beginner seller, don't even worry about that. Just completely ignore that. And the second way, if you're selling a product and you can easily get it for, let's say, $15, and you know you need to sell it at $30 to be profitable, and right now it's not at $30, you could set a Keepa track product reminder for buy box $30 or more and hit start tracking. And Keepa will literally send you an email or a notification on your phone if you have the app downloaded, and they'll tell you when that price gets over $30, so you know to go replenish that product or go buy that product again. Next tab is the data tab. We'll hit product details. This tab's pretty important. It gives you a bunch of helpful and good data points to look at as well when you're trying to make a buying decision. Again, it gives you the bought in the past month, which is similar to this yellow line right here in the second tab. Head back to data. Yeah, it gives you all the information as well, like the pick and pack fee you're going to be paying, referral fee, all that stuff. But if you have seller amp or profit calculator, it's going to do all that math for you. So it's not too important to look at. It gets you the ASIN as well. But if you go to the URL, you can find the ASIN right there. It's also in seller amp again. And yeah, you can also go scroll in a little bit to current and average. It gives you the sales rank currently. So 1,400, it gives you the 30-day average, 60, 90, 180, and it gives you this exact same time frame as well for the buy box. So current buy box 2607, like I showed you here, right? Scrolling back down, come down here again. It gives you the 90-day average for the buy box, the 180, and all that stuff. So that's super helpful to look at. And you definitely want to take this into consideration as well when we're in seasonal times. So, for example, it's July 8th at the time of this recording. Upcoming is Prime Back to School, which starts end of July and lasts all of August up to the beginning of September. So if you're buying a backpack or school supplies or anything of that nature that people would need for back to school, you can look at sales rank drops for the previous year. So for example, I'm going to pull up these backpacks, scroll out a little bit, right? These backpacks, it's just some normal Jordan backpacks. If I hit the year chart and then I'll pop open like late July into early September right here, you can see that, and I'll toggle off buy box as well. You can see that the rank, take off new price as well. You can see that the rank sits at around, 70 to 100,000 roughly throughout most of the year. And then when Prime Back to School wears off, it's right about there, 80,000. But when we're in the heat of back to school, we can see these sales rank drop all the way down to around 20,000 rank, which is massive. Like that just means that product is selling so much more for obvious reasons, because it's back to school, it's a backpack, and it's definitely a seasonal play. So definitely take a look at that if you're buying any seasonal items, whether it's pools, school supplies, backpacks, sunscreen, winter coats when it's colder out, whatever it is. You can look at the sales rank drop here as well, just to anticipate for how fast an item is going to sell. Heading back over to the original listing, we'll scroll back out. Let's see. Under data, we also have the offers tab. Some sellers that I know swear by this. I don't look at it a whole lot. The reason I don't look at it is because sellers can hide their stock. This guy says he has 35 stock, but if you put a maximum order quantity on how much units you have, that's basically just going to disrupt some of this information. And yeah, I don't look at it a ton at all. I know some people swear by it. You can choose to look at it if you want, but I personally do not. So moving on to the buy box stats. If we look at the buy box stats, we have percent won by each seller. So this guy won 90% of the buy box, 16, 14. I don't really think this is super accurate, and I don't look at the buy box 1% at all. What I really look at is the FBA tab. If they have a checkbox next to their name, that means that seller is FBAing the product, or they're sending it into Amazon, waiting for it to check in and selling it through via Amazon, and they don't have to ship and sell any product except for when they make that original FBA shipment. And for the people who don't have the checkbox, they are FBMing, and that's helpful to know too, because these guys are getting buy box share via FBM. So if we are in a peak season like back to school, or Q4 or Easter, whatever, whenever we're in a seasonal time and you want to FBM because you want to get products out quickly, or you don't have enough time to send it FBA because we're already in the heat of the season and you want to FBM, you can just come to this data tab, buy box stats, come down to FBA and see if people are making sales FBM. So the people without any checkboxes, again, they are making sales via FBM. So that's something I definitely look at. Buy box used, I don't look at because I don't sell any used products at all. Next tab, variations. The way I like to look at this, we go right to ratings. You can toggle it a few times until you get to this trophy. The trophies basically just means this variation of the product, the large right here, is selling the most and has the most ratings, or has sold the most and has the most ratings on this entire listing. And another thing you can look at is bought in the past month. You can toggle that on, and then I think I had to configure this as well. So you can configure columns any way you want. And then this says bought in the past month, 1,000 in the mediums, 1,000 in the largest, 900 in the extra largest. And you can filter like that if you're looking for the item or the variation of the item that sells the quickest. So definitely check that out. If we scroll over to the right a little bit, we have ratings and review history. And then you can see on every single one of these charts, the reviews and the ratings are constantly going up. So this one went from 700 to 750. The reviews are going up on every single one of these charts. That's how you know this product is clearly selling, because the reviews are going up. The offer count movement's great. The ratings are going up as well. And then the Keepa ball in the past month is a substantial number. It's over 1,000 times per month in this variation. So definitely check out that. All of those data points you want to take into consideration: the ball in the past month, the ratings, is the reviews going up, how stable is the price? Like, that's everything I take into consideration when making buying decisions for my store. Next, we have earn money. That's just affiliates. You don't have to look at that at all. And then for settings for the chart appearance, you can default it to whatever you want. So you can default it to the day, the week, the month chart, the 3, the 1 year, or all time. Whatever you want. You can default to close-up view or not. You can make a bunch of iterations to this of whatever you want to see. I normally just leave it 3 months, right? And then another thing that I forgot to mention in the beginning, you can also change the view here. If you want to look at the day, maybe you're FBMing and you want to see what the price is for the day. If you can capture that buy box sales at a higher price, you can look at the week chart, the month chart, the 3 month chart. And if it's a seasonal product, maybe you want to see how an item performed last summer if it's for back to school. And you can also look at the year chart. Let's say it's back to school again, or if it's Q4, and you want to see if a product skyrocketed in price and skyrocketed in offer count movement, just to know if it's selling more during that season. That can definitely help you make some buying decisions if you want to go deeper during those seasonal opportunities. But yeah, that's everything I look at for Keepa. Let me know what you think of this video, and I appreciate you for watching. Hit the DMs or drop a comment of what you want to see next, and I'll make it for you guys, okay?